Hello and welcome, and today at the Watches TV house we have a special guest, Mr. Louis. And like I mentioned in our latest Prime Time, Louis was working part-time for the Watches TV and he had a special personal project, and here we go. So Louis, tell us what's behind this story and behind this book. How did it come into being?
So the book is The Magic of Watches, and it is an introduction to watches and watchmaking for those who don't have a clue about what it is. Many people don't know the basics about watches and watchmaking. This is not necessary, but sometimes it can be really useful to make a good choice. So with my experience, with the people I knew, I decided to make some kind of simple guide, like a Lonely Planet guide for watchmaking, that would give all the necessary information to start building one's own culture about watches and watchmaking.
And initially, I remember when you started the Watches TV, you said, well, maybe another year, a couple of years to finish this. But it is a long project, wasn't it?
It is a long project because it is like a Swiss Army knife. I wanted to put it inside everything that was necessary and to put it in a sexy, practical and comprehensive way, and this is not easy to make things simple. And in addition to that, I worked at the Watches TV. I also wrote some kind of stories from other medias, and all of that took some time.
So give us some understanding keys of what are the particularities of this book.
So the book had to be easy to use, easy to read, and the information inside easy to find.
So it's addressed for everyone.
Yes. I divided the content in 4 parts. The first one is an introduction, somehow where does the wristwatch come from? It's the history of it, because it's not normal that today we wear this. There is something behind that, and as an historian it was very important to me. Then it's how to choose your watch. It's a suggestion about the question you could ask yourself. What does the watch tell me, and what does the watch tell about me to the people? So these are tips you can use, the different styles also. I talk about vintage, classical, technical, notions like comfort, legibility. All of that is summed up into the second part. Then the third part is how to take care of your watch, the basics. Don't go under the shower with this. If you have a leather strap, remove your watch as soon as possible. Change it regularly also, because it can damage itself a little bit more frequently. So basic information, and to do that I don't know, of course, everything about watches and watchmaking. So the goal was to ask professionals, from the salespeople, from after-sales people. So this is how the information is accurate inside. And the last part, which is as big as the 3 third ones, is pure anatomy. So it is what is a dial, what is a hand, how works a mechanical movement, why is it more expensive and less precise than a quartz one, the complications, what is a chronograph, what is a moon phase, a little bit in detail. And I go never too deep. I just give the first inputs that are necessary to find your way in this huge and magnificent world.
So I guess, guys, you know what to do for Christmas. It's around here. So thank you very much, Mr. Louis. Thank you also for your time spent here at the Watches TV. I think everybody enjoyed that, and best of luck with your next move.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mad. This book, turns like the end of my involvement at the Watches TV, and I want to thank all of you for your support, for having followed us, for continuing to follow us. Keep pushing on. The Watches TV is great, and the team is perfect. So I wish you really the best. Thank you for the time I spent here, and see you soon.
See you soon.